practice all over the country. So I made 5 of the most well-known sambal that people would know and would recognize, and one of the sambals are from Bali. And a lot of the things that you would see ingredients-wise is basically reflecting of what we learn in the historical context, where we don't really have a lot of resource to cook with, and this is what we came out of that limited resource. So, continuing after waiting a few weeks and revising some of the contents for the physical book, I actually got to Photoshop more with the book, and I actually liked the way that it was printed out because I didn't expect it to look very smoothly like a printer would, but Nonstop did a great job at actually enhancing those noise effects to the book, and it really gives out that almost like you grinded this book so you have this texture, and it does feel like you have to open it up to see like what's inside of it. So this is the this is the table of content page that I decided to make up on an actual chili. I did some effects on it, and I embedded a few pictures from like the book contents that we saw to just give a sense that a single chili could actually make this all happen, because I don't think if we didn't get colonized, I don't think we wouldn't know chili has this much use. So I have the system of having the numbers bright red as the chili, and also using the ideation that I had from the mind map to name each of the chapters as it is. So continuing, these are also the physical photo shoot of the book, where I took some pull quotes just to get that attention for people who reads it, that it's gonna get more interesting and a lot deeper. So using that as the picture, and then like I said, I dedicated a page just to talk about sambal, where it's from. I provided the translation and how to pronounce it, and it just goes to show that a lot of things did happen, but it also didn't really help to resolve the problem that was there, that the colonizer really basically, or the Dutch Indies really put a label that without us, none of this would happen. Oh, 5 minutes over. Okay, sorry. So this is a quote that I put at the end of the page, and this is just more photo shoots of the book. So bringing the heat of sambal to the next big thing was the poster. So we started with the ideation. I started to use the contents that I was using in the book, but the ones that didn't make it, I tried to pull it out and make it work on the posters. So the final poster looked like this, where it really does look like it's burned down. It really looks like it's really, really hot. Like you could tell when you eat a lot of chili, you could barely see anything. And that's the feel that I liked about making this poster. I tried to put the poster in context by placing it in a cooking class, because I think that's the way to get someone's attention about what they're doing and what they're eating. And also putting it on actual like old buildings that has a historical context would also connect well with this concept of the book, because we do talk about historical placement in the world of spices. So wrapping up Communication Design 3, I really learned that book design involves so much than just layouts. I think it evolves further to represent a voice in a mannerly way, and also speaking a visual language with details. So practice does make perfect, but grinding it with heat makes it better. So to Tracy, Cheryl, and Addis, and everyone who helped me found and visually represent my voice, terima kasih, which means thank you.
So we're gonna have to speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's actually good to see, because there are areas that
Yeah.
you could have pulled things out that
Yeah.
would have made it go faster.
Yeah, I think.
I'm just gonna ask you one question. What was your
Mhm.
biggest takeaway from the 14 weeks?
I think learning how to speak visually, and like
Okay.
that's a small thing to say, but it's actually more than just.
Well, there are aspects of your presentation that are excellent, other than it being a little long.
Yeah.
Anybody else here have anything, comments that you want to make? Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
And let's move along to Albert, you're next. We have to get the rest of this done in 45 minutes. And take the pictures, I mean, too. Okay.
Wait,
Don't just drop it.
uh,
Yeah.